Now, as the US deadline for countries to reach a tariff agreement by the 1st of August edges closer, many countries are still trying to strike a deal. One of them, the mountain kingdom of Lesotho in southern Africa, which faces the threat of 50% US tariffs, leaving the government to recently declare a state of disaster. Shingai Nyoka sends this report from the capital, Maseru.
Dawn breaks in Maseru. Many making the long trek to work in the garment factories, the country's biggest private employer. Others camp out at company gates looking for jobs.
And how many times do you come here a week?
Almost every day.
Every day we come
Just
here
for 2 days.
just to check if we will get a chance to be hired, but there's no luck. Every day we come here.
A manager announces she has a dozen vacancies. Only a lucky few were hired today. The US threw Lesotho a lifeline over 20 years ago. Its zero tariff policy for exports into the US helped create over 20,000 jobs. But President Trump's threat of stiff tariffs has led to a new crisis.
So what would you say to Donald Trump?
Yo, that one.
Yo, he's giving us problems on top of our problems.
In an economy where half of the young people have never worked, the prospects are now even more bleak. At their peak, the textile factories were formidable producers of high-end clothes for the US market. Over the last few months, some factories reliant on US business have now been mothballed.
A woman sat at every one of these machines, and there are hundreds of them in this huge factory, one of the largest in Lesotho. But with the stroke of a pen in Washington, it's now empty, and 1,000 people are now out on the street.
Critics say it's not just US tariffs, but government corruption and incompetence that has brought Lesotho to its knees.
There's a serious state of hopelessness amongst the youth, because really there's nothing tangible that the government has done or said to address the problem. Empty promises.
The government admitted to the BBC it had failed in the past, but said it had a rescue plan. Those with jobs are still worried. Many have had their hours and pay halved. Single mum Aletta now earns just $80 a month and has to support 4 family members.
My government, please talk to America, please.